Hello, everybody. So I just wanted to take the time, this is gonna be a short video, but I just want to talk about Bungie basically officially saying that they are delaying Shadow and Order. I have mixed feelings about this. On one hand, whenever Bungie delays something, it ends up being really, really good, but on the other hand, this is gonna have a larger gap in between seasons than a season of the Wish or Lost or which they're all the same size, but like that. This one's gonna be longer. I think if I remember correctly, this is gonna be like a 190 days, and season of the Lost was 181, and season of the Wish was 189 days. So yeah, that's not good. Especially since there's nothing really to tide us over aside from Guardian Games and Iron Banner. But those are both Iron Banner is a week long event and or 2 weeks. I don't really remember. And Guardian Games, that's like a 2 or 3 week long event, and that's nowhere near enough content. So I'm very, very worried about how Bungie is going to retain players during that period of time. They they'll probably continue doing these community challenge things for emblems, but a majority of the player base do not do those, and the player base currently is already extremely small. So I don't see them lasting past I'd say March at the earliest. I'd say I think they'll be able to make it through February, but I'm not exactly sure about March, especially with the launch of Marathon, which will likely take away people from Destiny. I don't know if they have any secret content they're cooking up, any special events or something, but it's there's just not enough content in the game to hold people over until what was it, to June. There's not enough content to hold people over until June. As for the actual content of the update, I do like it. I do like it. It does sound good. Pantheon 2.0, all that stuff, that does sound fun. Pantheon, so when Pantheon first came out, I actually I wasn't able to get past the second encounter because whenever I actually got into a fire team for it, found a fire team or fire team finder or whatever, they were all retarded. They were all retarded and couldn't somehow get past Caretaker. So yeah, I couldn't ever complete Pantheon. I hope I hope it'll be different this time for Pantheon 2. There's also a leak about that they were going to include encounters from the old vaulted raids from I think it was I think it was one from yeah, I think it was one from each vaulted raid, one from Crown of Sorrow, Scourge of the Past, Spire of Stars, Eater of Worlds, and Leviathan. No Wrath of the Machine. They're also finally unfucking the whole they're unsunsetting half the games because they're bringing back they are adding tiers to the raid and dungeon weapons as well. That is a very, very, I don't know why it took them this long to do that. It it just doesn't make any sense. It didn't. I don't know why they even shipped Portal in the first place without that. That makes no sense. Weapon tier upgrading. I mean we're already getting fucking tier 5s from everything. So sure, I guess. Sure. The renaming thing that makes me think that this is going to be an Age of Triumph type thing. That or Into the Light, I'm not exactly sure. The reason I bring up Age of Triumph is because back in November last year there was a leak that Destiny 3 was entering very early development. So this and Age of Triumph happened to Destiny 1 when I don't remember when it was announced, honestly, or when or if Destiny 2 was announced alongside or something like that. But yeah, the reason I say this is because this does sound very much from what an Age of Triumph thing would look like. This sounds like something this sounds like Age of Triumph, the whole end game loot refreshes, all that shit with loot and weapons armor refreshes, and with Destiny 2's declining player base, I feel if this is an Age of Triumph, that would probably, in my opinion, be the best case scenario. Because Destiny 2 right now, they cannot sustain it any longer. We need a Destiny 3. We need that. Okay, we need that. Now, worst case scenario, this is them signaling that they are going to be like shutting down Destiny 2 or downsizing it even more. I don't think it's going to be that though, because that would, I feel, reflect very negatively on Marathon. That'll cause a lot of bad press for Bungie, and probably it'll completely fuck up Marathon's like launch and player base numbers entirely, because of like the bad press surrounding it and all that and all that stuff. And Bungie cannot afford to mess up Marathon's launch at all, not in the slightest. So that's why I don't think it's going to be that. So it's either going to be like an Age of Triumph thing leading into Destiny 3, or it's just them like doing it into the light and preparing us for like Shattered Cycle, which it didn't say anything about Shattered Cycle being delayed. So there's also the possibility that this is being merged into Shattered Cycle, which is supposed to release summer this year. Although there's nothing really pointing me towards that. It's more of just a guess than anything. So just take that with like a grain of salt. If by the way, if you believe this is purely because they delayed this purely because like the quality of life changes and and all that other stuff being added, they're you're wrong. They are 100% lying to you. This was 100. The reason for the delay, like guaranteed, one of the reasons is because of Marathon's launch, and they do not want to take away and they do not want to risk taking away players from Marathon's launch. That is 100% the reason why it was delayed. Now, the reason why it was delayed so much, for multiple months, it is because of those like quality of life changes. I guarantee it. Okay, and also like the roadmap. By the way it says at the end, like how they'll have more information closer to launch. It sounds like the roadmap. It's either they discarded the idea of a roadmap entirely and are going to be releasing like multiple informational things regarding the future of Destiny, or they're just releasing the roadmap sometime around Shadow and Order's launch. Will this kill Destiny? Maybe. It's hard to say, honestly. They've done a much better job retaining players than they did with the Edge of Fate. I haven't seen like a 24-hour peak that's under 10,000 yet. I might have missed it if there was. I don't know. But yeah. So how will this affect my channel? And yeah, I know we got like 50 subs. Why the fuck you talking about the channel? You only got like 5 subs. Fuck you. I want to. That's why. I'm gonna keep making Destiny videos. Obviously, I'm not gonna stop playing the game. Right now I'm working on revisiting, looking back at Osiris's prophecies, and also looking into the whole Bungieverse thing with a Halo Marathon Destiny connected universe shit. Yeah. I'm probably gonna be making videos on Marathon as well, and I might take a break from making Destiny videos just cause I'm kind of running out of lore theory stuff. I might try my hand at a live commentary, see how that goes for a video. But yeah, I'm not gonna stop making videos if you care for some reason, because I'm gonna be honest. If you're watching, you're probably not subscribed. Which subscribe, by the way. Do that. Okay, subscribe. Press the subscribe button. But yeah, that's the video. You're getting 2 videos this week. I know I spoil you. But yeah, that's it. Pretty much short, unscripted rant. Hope you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe, that stuff, and I'll see you later.